just sleeping in his bed, but if you hear a little bitter batter on the floor, that is him. And I just wanted to let you know that. So yeah, I think there are 25 questions. So the first question is, what's something that you feel very passionately about? So I would say my passion in life is children, which is why I work with children. I have always wanted to work with children, even as a child. Like, I've just loved kids. I've always felt like I could connect with them in a different way, and I have learned that childhood is just like a super important part of life, and it affects your entire life. So I'm just very passionate about helping kids because we all have different needs and we all go through different things, and so I want to help kids where I can, because I know it's important, and I don't know, yeah. Why are you passionate about what you do? So this plays in with the other one. I work with kids. I work in a school, so I'm passionate about kids, I would say, because again, I know how important childhood is, and I know that a lot of kids go through really tough things. I think all of us go through something difficult in childhood. The level of difficulty is definitely different, but we still go through things, and we all could use love as a child, and I just want to provide that love and care for a kiddo, because they don't all receive that, and that is a big deal. And yeah, I don't know, that's just what I'm passionate about, I guess. If you could change anything about your childhood, what would it be and why? Wow, this is a lot about childhood. So I had a pretty great childhood. I have really great parents. Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with 2 autoimmune diseases as a child, so that seems like the easiest thing to say, because that like affects my whole entire life and my existence, like everything. But at the same time, because it has affected my whole life and my existence, like who I am, it's hard for me to just say like to get rid of them, because who am I without them? Like, I don't know. So actually, I have a good one. I would say growing up, my family didn't really discuss things. I feel like I'm still at the time period where your parents, it's just kind of like, it's your parents, it's what they say, that's it. Like, there's no conversations, there's no back and forth with things. It's their way, and that's what it is. And so, which is, fine. Oh, he's out of his bed. I have to make sure he's not, peeing. Which is fine, but it was we didn't really talk about emotions, and we didn't discuss things, I feel like, when I was a kid. So it made it very difficult for me to learn about my emotions and how to control them and how to handle them and how to express them, which was very difficult to handle when I got older, because obviously you have to deal with your emotions and express them appropriately, and if you don't learn that in childhood, you have to learn it at some point. So I learned it as an adult. What's your biggest insecurity? Honestly, I feel like I'm not that insecure anymore. There are days when there are like certain things I'm insecure about, but I'm not that insecure anymore. I would say now I'm more insecure with how I'm portrayed. Oops. Hey, where'd you go? Because basically I have social anxiety, and so there are times that I'm just really anxious in a situation, and I get insecure that people are judging me or thinking I'm being rude or mean or coming off as like, because I'm not talking to them or something. So I'd say that's what I'm insecure about. So yeah. What is your love language? So if you don't know what love languages are, it's basically the type of way that you best receive love and that you give. I would say I'm a very lovey person, so I think I receive love on all of them. Like, and the categories are, let's see if I can remember them all: physical touch, what's it called? Quality time, acts of service, gifts, and positive affirmations. Is that what it's called? Words of affirmation. Okay, I feel like I feel love in all of those things, but my top ones are definitely physical touch and words of affirmation. But yeah, I don't know. I totally feel it in all the different ways. I feel like I give it probably the same. I don't know. I feel like there's something in my tooth that's not cute. Okay. What is a bad habit that you have that you struggle to eliminate from your life? So, my bad habit is picking. So, like when I was a kid, I would pick my nails or bite my nails. Now, I don't really do it to my nails, but I bite my lips inside and pick them. I pick at like, what are they called? Like the skin that comes off. Honestly, I'm doing pretty well right now there. I pick things on my skin. I pick things in my hair. Like I just pick and, but yeah, picking my skin, anything, just picking things on my body. Which a lot of the time it is induced by anxiety, but not always. Do you believe in the saying forgive and forget? I don't know anyone who believes that. I believe in forgiveness. I think we ought to forgive people, and I think it's just, it feels so good to forgive people, but I don't know why we say forget. You don't want to forget being wronged, because then you're just constantly in a circle. You're going to be constantly in a circle of someone wronging you. Like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. He can't decide what he wants. Do you think that time does heal all wounds? So this one, I feel like I have mixed things on, mixed feelings, because time, it's not time that heals wounds. It's time that helps us get used to them and gives us the opportunity to heal from them. So I don't think it heals, but I don't know, time makes things easier because it becomes the new normal, unfortunately. Is there a memory you have that you hope you'll never forget? I actually have a lot of memories that I hope I never forget. But one of my big ones, it's so silly, but basically, as a kid, I went to summer camp. It was like a week-long summer camp for kids with one of my autoimmune diseases. And so it was a sleepaway camp, and I'd went for quite a few years. And I remember one time, I think the first year I went, I came home, and my younger sister, was at a lake that we have that was near our house. And so my mom brought me there, and I was so excited to see everyone because my mom ran a daycare out of our house. So I was excited to see my friends and my family and everything. And so I got there and I was like so excited, and my sister literally ran up to me and hugged me, which is like, if you knew her, and if you like, she does not hug me. She's not a hugger. She doesn't hug people, you know, like that's not her thing, and she's not a very affectionate person. So that has always meant a lot to me, and I just love that memory because I love her so much. And as I said, I'm a physical touch gal. Like, I love to hug, and she doesn't. So it's a big memory, and I think it's really sweet. And yeah, but I have a lot of memories that I don't want to forget. makes sense. I think a lasting relationship takes work. You have to mentally say, like, every day I'm gonna put in the work for this relationship, and choose to do that. But if it's not a good match, like, I don't think you're gonna want to put in hard work. Like, why would you want to put in hard work for something if it's not a good match? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Do you think it's reasonable for a couple to go on a break if they're not seeing eye to eye? Look, I don't believe in breaks. I'm so sorry. I'm not a Ross and Rachel type of gal. I mean, I love them, but I'm not a break type of gal. I've never understood it. I feel like you're either together or you break up. Like, I don't want this break nonsense. You know, you can break up and possibly get back together in the future, but we're not taking a break. I don't know. That doesn't make it. I don't see the positive in it. I just don't get it. Nope, not for me. Sorry. Because, okay, listen. If you're having, you're going through a difficult time in your relationship, okay? To do that, you need to fight to get through it. You're gonna have to fight for it and be together and get closer and fight through it. Taking a break is just separating you guys even further. So how is that gonna help? Like, I don't know. I've never heard of anyone that's taken a break and then ended up together, like, in the end, like, married. Sorry. Do you think that people should have a lot in common with one another for their relationship to work out? So I thought this was an interesting question because obviously everyone says opposites attract, but actually I learned this in school. So I went to school for psychology and child development, and I took a relationships course, which was about different relationships, but mostly family. There we go. And they actually told us that the best relationships, the ones that scientifically, I guess, I don't know, that work out or most likely to work out, are the ones with the most in common, especially in the big things. And they, like, went through everything. They were like, the most common you could be, if, like, you want to be, let me think, in similar socioeconomic status, the same political affiliation, the same morals, the same religion or spirituality, etc., etc. You know, they are saying the more you have in common, the more likely you're going to last. So, just a tidbit there. What are your hobbies and how did you get into them? So, I don't feel like I have that many hobbies. I feel like this is kind of a hobby, and I got into this basically because I used to have headaches, like, all the time, but I'm not a napper. I can't just nap unless I'm sick. So I would just be laying in bed and being so bored because I would get them all the time, and the lights would have to be off, like, and it would just need to be silent, or else it just made everything worse. And so one day I actually searched like videos for headaches or something, video when you have a headache, and I found ASMR, and after getting into it and watching it, it just became something like I did almost, and just something I wanted to do. So yeah. And my other hobby right now is working out, lifting weights. I really enjoy it. I got into that just, I don't know, I was like an athlete growing up, you know, I played sports, and so I've always been kind of into working out, but in college I didn't play sports, and so I lost that side, and I really missed it, and I wanted to get stronger, and I wanted all these things, and so eventually I just got into it, and actually, so as I said, I have social anxiety, so it took me years to actually go to a gym. It was very difficult. It's still pretty difficult to go, but not nearly as difficult as it was. And I went with my boyfriend, and when I worked out, I had done an exercise, I did squats, second boyfriend, I was told he did some cheatery, but no one's admitted it. Like, I don't know 100%. I didn't catch him, so I feel like I did, but I'm not 100% sure. My puppy's being funny. Okay, would you say you're more of an extrovert or an introvert? I'm an introvert 100%. After I've been with like a bunch of people, like, don't talk to me. Like, I personally cannot handle it. I need to go home and rest. Thank you. By myself. Okay. Would you rather win the lottery or work at the perfect job, and why? So, I would rather win the lottery because I have not found a perfect job. I feel like I've found jobs that I really enjoy, but they simply don't pay enough, and unfortunately, like, I have debt and I have things to pay for. I need to make money, you know. I'm not saying I need to be rich or anything, but I need to make like a certain amount, you know. So I think win the lottery so then I can do one of those jobs that I do enjoy, that I can't really depend on for the money, if that makes sense. Dude, what is my dog doing? I've been stopping and starting so many times because of my puppy. Where was I? Are you close to your family? I'm very close to my family. I love my family. Super close. How much do you value communication in a relationship? I think that's the most important thing in a relationship, so I value it a lot. I truly think that is the number one thing. Everyone, I feel like, says trust and whatever, which, you know, great, but if you don't have trust, you can communicate that to your partner and work on it. You know what I mean? Like, communication is number one to me. When did you have your first kiss? When I was in 7th or 8th grade. For some reason, I don't remember which one. 7th or 8th grade. Are you more of a morning or night person? I'm a morning gal. I can't stay up that late. I don't want to do anything after like 4 p.m. Like, it's nighttime. But as a morning person, I'm not someone that just naturally wakes up at like 5 a.m. That's not what I mean. I feel like I'm a late morning person. I get up, I feel like the latest I really get up is 8, maybe if 9, if I'm really pushing it, you know, and sleeping in. What would your younger self not believe about your life today? Probably that how much I've grown in my anxiety. I'm sorry I'm talking about this so much, but it truly has been one of the most difficult things in my life, and I have come so far, you know, so I'm very proud of myself, and I can't imagine as a kid seeing how I am today. I'd be very proud. Why did you start this channel? For fun. For fun, I feel like that's why I did it. Do you have any tattoos? I do not have any tattoos. I've been wanting some recently, but it's very hard for me to spend money. So I'm cheap, I feel like. So, we'll see if I actually do, or when I know I'm gonna get something, but we'll see what happens. Have you ever thrown up in public? Oh my gosh, I have one time at a fair. So I can't just ride any ride I want. Like, I get sick, I can't do it. And so I went to a fair with my friends, and there was one of those spinning rides, and I had told them, like, look, no, like, I will get so sick if I ride that. But my friend really wanted me to go and push me, so I went. I threw up right after in the trash can, so love that.